We sent Mike to Firebird this week to interview some Jetcar drivers, but wait a minute, that guy looks familiar. When it comes to racing cars, there's no stopping Mike Blankenship. Okay, now you're just showing off.
We're sitting here now with Curt Eiredam of Eiredam Racing. Now, this is not your daddy's old, gas-powered dragster.
My father used to drive Top Fuel dragsters.
Somebody get the hook. Pull him off the stage. This thing is a jet-powered, 300-mile-an-hour beast. Oh. Curt, tell us a little bit about the Invader.
The Invader, we built this car in 1999, and it currently is one of the fastest cars out on the West Coast. We run a Pratt & Whitney J60 engine in this thing, which is out of a Sabreliner or Jetstar aircraft. And then we add an afterburner to it, and then we just rock it down the track. We'll go from a standing start quarter mile of 1,320 feet. We'll do that last night we did it in 5.54 seconds at 290 mile an hour.
Wow. Yeah. That's blazing fast.
It's a state-of-the-art dragster. We currently have 3 vehicles in our team. We have the Invader, the Strike Eagle, and the Sizzler. All are powered with the Pratt & Whitney J60s. And they put out 30 feet of flame, 5.5 Gs on the launch, go through the other end, 6.5 Gs, 3.5 inches off the ground. They're a ride. Oh, we'll go -6 Gs when we hit the chutes.
Wow.
We come out of the seat.
That's just amazing, Curt.
And when we pull a lever in the cockpit, the Morse cable pulls out, and this flap falls down, and these springs shoot out, and it pulls the parachute out at when we're doing 290, 300 mile an hour. When we actually used to use on the rocket cars, because they were so fast, the springs couldn't pull them out fast enough. We had, instead of a pilot chute, we had another cable that came out to a 5-pound lead slug, and it was a shotgun shell, and it would push it out. And it would shoot it out, so it would pull out the parachute fast enough, because they were running, back then, they were running over 400 mile an hour. They were running 3.5 seconds in the quarter mile.
Wow.
So it was just insane.
Tell us a little bit about what it's like to pilot one of these things, because you're down in this capsule here, right? You've got a couple of controls. You've got some levers. You've got a steering mechanism. What are you doing when you're sitting in this thing to stage it, right? Because you've got the bam, bam, bam as it's hitting to get to the line. And then tell us about the run going down the track.
Well, what we do is the controls in the car itself, we have an arm throttle with a micro switch that controls the afterburner. Okay. And then we have a primary chute lever and a secondary chute lever. And then we have front and rear independent brakes. So I have a pedal for my front brakes and a pedal for my rear brakes. What we're doing is when we bring it up to throttle like that, we're feathering the brakes, trying to slide it in and control and contain the thrust that these vehicles are putting out to just stay on the line. It's just a very fine balance on the razor's edge. And then once the light flickers yellow before it even hits green, we will hit the afterburner, and we're rocketing down the track. And at that point, we're just trying to aim for a point that we see 1,300 feet down the track to just try to keep this thing straight. And once we go through the finish line, we'll pull the chutes. And when those chutes deploy and hit, this car, which has a 300-inch wheelbase, will do a 2.5-foot wheel stand.
Wow.
And then it'll settle back down, and we're slowly slowing down. We'll use the whole quarter mile. There's an additional quarter mile at the end of the shutdown. We'll use that and then some sometimes to slow down.
So you would think doing something like this would be a guy's full-time job. But Curt, this isn't your full-time job. You've got something else you've got going on for about the last 20-plus years, right?
Yes, I'm a full-time member of the Air National Guard in this wonderful state of Arizona. I've had the luxury of serving Desert Storm 1 and 2. Even currently, I'm still a full-time employee there. But then again, once everybody on my team, my brother who drives, he's a full-time engineer for the railroad. My other brother works for an aeronautical engineering firm. So we're all full-time job, but this is our passion that we enjoy doing.
Absolutely. How did you get started in jet cars then?
Well, we got involved back in '75. My father got involved with the Jetcar program, and then he also got involved with the rocket car program. So he's run jets and rockets for the last 30-plus years. So
what amount of modern technology then is going into this? Since he started doing this, 30-some years ago.
Back when my dad started, they used to actually sit in front of the front wheels.
Oh, wow.
And they had bigger engines that were, let's just say, 40s technology. Those were the rocket cars, and actually they're now outlawed because the fuel that they used to use was 98% hydrogen peroxide.
Oh, wow.
The stuff you brush put on your cuts, 2%. This stuff, you put a stick in it and wave it, and it bursts into flame.
Exactly.
So it's now a Class B explosive. These are actually these Goodyear Eagles that we have. These are a land speed tire. These are the only tires authorized to use on a jet car. We have one tire, well, there's two tires, I take that back. There's a bias ply and a radial ply, both by by Eagle, but they're the only tires allowed. They're specially designed, not just for the jet car program, but for land speed themselves. So they're designed to go over 300 mile an hour.
Wow.
I'm kind of more of the old school. I like to go really, really fast. So, you know, we've all pretty tight family, and we've spent a lot of time doing the jet cars, and it's brought us really close together, and it's, you know, given us a lot of good times with my father, who's still heavily involved, and it makes it binds the families, and that's one of the best things about drag race.
Right.
So I mean, it's just something that you can do throughout your life and bring your whole family together.
And of course, bringing this thing to life, because kids love to see the flames. I love to see them stage. I love to see the smoke show, and of course, going on the track. So
Thank
Curt,
you for having us.
Absolutely. We certainly hope you guys have some great passes tonight, and we'll see you at the next show.
Thank you again.
Take care.